Hey there, my name's David. On this episode, I'm going to be taking you through a 4-ingredient workout and injury recovery smoothie. So I've tried numerous different things and looked up numerous different ingredients, and I've basically come up with this, which just is far superior to everything else. And there's basically 2 main key ingredients here for the recovery, but basically if you work out at the gym a lot and you're always, tearing down your muscles, this will significantly help with your recovery, as well as if you have an injury. So I personally have a volleyball injury on my ankle, and within 1 day it's got dramatically better doing this. I had this recipe last night, and I'll show you again here tonight. So we'll toss these in there first, the bananas. I don't typically measure stuff when I do this, but I'll do it for you guys so you can have an idea if you've never done it, made something like this before. So mangoes, we have basically 1 cup, 1 heaping cup of frozen mango. There's a couple other pieces in there. Here we go. So just over a cup and a bit, a cup and a third. And then we're gonna do blueberries. Okay, so we have also a big heaping cup, like more than a cup of frozen blueberries. You use fresh as well. It'll just play with the texture a bit. So I like to kind of keep a 1-to-1 ratio of frozen versus fresh. So I have the bananas, which are fresh, the mangoes and the blueberries are frozen, and then we have the rhubarb. So this is really the key ingredient here. Also the blueberries are high in antioxidants, and all the flavonoids and stuff in the dark pigment of the blueberries is gonna really help with drawing in the nutrients you need. But for repairing your body from any sort of muscle tears or bone or any sort of fractures or anything like that, like what I have with my ankle, you need something that is incredibly high in calcium, something that's very bioavailable, and something that is easily absorbed, and that is rhubarb with a lot of dirt on it. I just pulled these fresh out of my neighbor's garden. So rhubarb is really sour, and it's like usually people cut it up and put it into a pie with a whole bunch of sugar or whatever, but I like to just put it fresh in a smoothie. And if you have the right combination of ingredients, like I have here, the blueberries, the mango, and the banana, you won't even notice the rhubarb is in there. It'll just make it taste good. And then you get the extreme high amount of calcium that is in the rhubarb. So rhubarb is the 2nd highest plant source of calcium on the planet, I believe. Don't quote me on that, I'm pretty darn sure. And with the highest being amaranth leaves. So most people don't have amaranth growing in their garden. Ironically, I actually have some just on the other side of this wall, but which I could use that, it would give me the same sort of result. But this tastes better because it has a nice sour taste to it. So basically, the more rhubarb you can put in there, the better, because your body will just take all this in and just put it right to where you need it, in my case, into the ankle. So usually I just break these up in halves like this and jam them in there, and just, because once they're so fibrous that once they get attached to the blade, they'll suck them right down. And so if you're wondering, this is about 2 cups, maybe more than 2 cups. It's about 2 cups of rhubarb. If you don't have fresh rhubarb, which most people don't, you can buy it at the grocery store frozen, and it'll be chopped up. It'll be easier to put in. And the only thing you want to do then is maybe play with your ingredients here. So maybe you want fresh blueberries instead. Try to keep that 1-to-1 ratio of fresh versus frozen. So if this is gonna be frozen, you want something else that's fresh, and that way you'll get a nice consistency for drinking, and it won't be too cold. It just depends on you though. If you like it a lot colder and a little less viscous, then you can just do it that way, have 3 ingredients that are frozen. So that's it, and then we're gonna put our water in there, and that's our smoothie. Okay, so you'll notice when I put water in, I put it up to here, which is not that much. There is actually quite a bit of water in the rhubarb itself. And so what I'm left with here is something that's very, very thick. So if you want to make a smoothie bowl, you could pour this into a bowl and then cut up some bananas and put some pumpkin seeds and all sort of the stuff on there, some cornflakes or whatever you like on there. And if you want it more of a smoothie, then you would add, instead of having this much, you'd, maybe another 30, 40%, 50% or double, depending on how liquidy you like it. Okay, so add another like 50% water to that, and this is what we're left with. This is still a thick smoothie. You could definitely add more if you like it more runny, but I like my smoothies to be more on the thick side. And I know this will fit just nicely in this 1-liter jar. So that's basically it. That's our smoothie bowl for recovery, and I'm gonna chug this whole thing and have by tomorrow my ankle should be well enough I can run again on it, and that's only after 2 days of it snapping on the volleyball court. Oh, it's so good. The rhubarb adds just enough of a sour taste where you get this kind of different taste to smoothie, because normally people don't put limes or lemons in their smoothies, and that's kind of what it adds without the citrus flavor. You definitely try it. It's awesome. It tastes good, and it will definitely help you recover from the gym or any sort of injury. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, join the family here, and until the next one, have a good one.